going to marry Helen? And
I don't.
Yeah, they'll eventually get married.
and blend the family.
Bring them out a little. Yeah, bring the family together. You're probably going to end up meeting Helen's ex.
Oh, okay. That'll give a whole new dimension.
Yeah. You notice that Sierra, Helen's daughter, doesn't really like her dad. When the first time you meet Sierra, she says, he ditched mom.
Yeah, she's definitely.
So there's a whole backstory there.
And,
and there's the whole backstory of Helen. That Helen had been adopted, and that her mother was
oh
under
yes,
a bridge.
she has relatives out
So
there.
there's a lot to do. You got a lot of writing to do.
Is Doris going to fall for Elliot?
Elliot is together with Doris.
Yeah.
Now, I had one reader who was displeased that Doris started dating so soon after her husband
Oh,
passed away.
please.
One reader expressed displeasure like that.
Not in today's world.
Well, Doris was one of my favorite characters in the book. I just love Doris. She was something else.
Yes, she's. Now, is she based on a real person?
She is, but I didn't realize it until I was reading the proof of it, because she had. My mother passed away in September, and she was. My mother was the one who got me into murder mysteries. Loved murder mysteries.
Kind of like me.
They would have to bring books from other libraries out of state to her library. Everybody at the libraries knew her. She didn't work in a library, but that's why I had her working in a library. I didn't realize how much of my own mother was in her.
Oh, okay.
I was reading the proof, and I realized that sounds like something my mother would say. So my mother would do that.
Well, she sounded like a great lady.
Yeah, they used to call her the beautiful lady at the library. That was
okay. And that's kind of how I pictured Doris, elegant but a badass.
Yeah. And people are afraid of her.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Even Chris was a little afraid of her.
She definitely ruled that roost.
Yeah. I liked where he called his mother to get him out of jail. That was great.
Yeah, and they would have preferred that he called the lawyer.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. They didn't want her coming down there.
That was a great scene. I loved it.
Now, one thing that we always do on here is we always kind of cast a movie based on the characters, and we're curious who you would cast in some of these roles if you had a perfect cast.
I have a problem thinking with that, because I get that question a lot, and whenever I create my characters, I don't base them on actors. I base them. They told me there's a little bit of this and a little bit of that. So I had to actually think on this for a while. And one of the characters for Chris, and you and your readers or listeners may not even know some of the characters, some of the actors that I'm mentioning. Is for Chris, I'm thinking Dermot Mulroney.
Oh, okay. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see that
Okay,
one.
I can definitely see that. I was picturing like a Gerard Butler or something, kind of a rugged.
And I picked like a Matt Damon, sort of. So.
Yeah, Matt Damon is not quite, because Chris is very attractive. I actually was Googling looking. Okay, now who would fit him? And recently I saw the wedding date with Dermot Mulroney. Now, he was too young back then, but he, and he had, and I saw a recent picture of him because I went looking, and his hair's just a little bit longer, just a little bit shaggy, because he is kind of rugged. He's kind of got that rugged,
he does.
Farmer look, but he cleans up well.
Now, I had Olympia Dukakis for Doris.
She is either her or Helen Mirren.
That's who I said, Helen Mirren. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Badass women.
Yeah. But she's still gorgeous. Heads turn when she comes to
Oh,
Definitely.
Very
absolutely.
elegant.
Now for Elliot, I picked Sam Elliott.
But she picks Sam Elliott for everything.
Yeah. Well,
Well, I was thinking, what was his name from Sixth Sense?
Oh, Bruce Willis?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
that was okay.
And as a matter of fact, when they did the audio book, I told the audio producer, I said, think Bruce Willis. Only maybe with hair.
Yes, he has to have some hair.
Yeah.
Only
Okay.
with hair. Yeah. Now, who did you think of for Helen?
I picked Natalie Portman.
And I picked Jennifer Garner.
Jennifer Garner is right. That's
Oh, okay.
Okay. Very good.
Whenever I was creating the character of Helen, the telling phrases between her and Felicia is because, and Chris actually, I actually wrote it in there, was Chris said that he was in lust with Felicia when he was in school, but he fell in love with Helen.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And the way I thought of them is that between Felicia and Helen is kind of like Ginger and Mary Ann on the Gilligan.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Opposites.
Yeah, that one is, sexy, the one that every guy wants to sleep with, and then the one that you want to have for a girlfriend is Helen.
Right.
Yep.
And that was, so Helen is kind of sweet, and she's pretty, sort of like Natalie Portman or Jennifer Garner, very, very pretty, but and nice and very smart, but she's not the sex pot. And
Yes.
Felicia was the sex pot.
Yeah.
So that's, so Jennifer Garner, and so that would be my ideal cast.
That's good.
That's great.
That's great.
So,
Now, is there anything else you would like to let our listeners know about upcoming events or books, or this is your time to...
Well, the next book that I have coming out is actually going to come out on the 31st, and it's available for pre-order now. It's the third installment of the Thorny Rose Mysteries.
right.
And that is Murder by Perfection.
Oh, okay.
And the Thorny Rose Mysteries, it's more metropolitan mystery series. It takes place in Washington, D.C.
Oh, okay.
And Great Falls. And that is where I had married Joshua Thornton's son, Murphy Thornton, to Matt Faraday's daughter.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
So you connected them there. Okay.
I connected them, yes, because all my series, they all cross over. Now, so far, not Ice. I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to let that cross over or not. Keep him totally separate. But all my characters know each other
Oh, good.
from the different
Okay.
series. And in 3 Days to Forever, that's the Mac Faraday Mysteries, I had brought in Joshua Thornton's son and Mac Faraday's daughter, and they met and got married in 3 Days to Forever. So then I started them in their own series. And Murder by Perfection, Murphy actually goes missing.
Oh.
Okay.
And so they're trying to find Murphy. And the same time that he goes missing, I have Natalie Stepford, who is a caterer, who is like the perfect woman. She is murdered. And in order to solve her murder, they have to peel back the layers on her perfect life. And I always have a little bit of a theme in my books, and in that one, it's when you peel back the layers to perfection, you find it rotten underneath.
Oh, yes. Very true.
Yeah, so usually if someone's perfect, they're usually rotten inside. Kind of like Peyton was.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Boy, Peyton had a lot of baggage there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, well, she was rotten from the beginning.
But I bet she was fun to write about.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, where she, and she's chasing after Chris.
Yes.
She's
And Helen is seething in the background.
We're not seeing each other.
But I loved it.
What did you think of the geezer who was the journalist who actually said, "Yeah, you're horny"?
Yeah,
Yes.
oh, that was the best. That was truly the best.
I liked it when Doris absolutely forbid him to date Peyton. He's a little bit old to do that, but
Yeah, that's what he said. Are you going to put me in my room?
yeah.
I just wanted to know if you have any upcoming events or speaking engagements.
Book signings.
Right now, I don't. Everything I do is online, and I usually take a break during the summer. I don't usually do tours during the summer. Now, what is going to actually start in June, and if you go to my website, you'll see the link to it. In June, I will start the audiobook tour.
Oh, okay.
Because ICE is now available in audiobook, and that will be a fun tour. My virtual book tours are always fun, but where you'll get to see reviews. And I do have audiobook codes for reviewers if you want to contact me or email
Okay,
me.
we'll definitely do that.
Yeah, then you can get the audiobook version. Mike Alger did a great audiobook version for it, recording that. He's got a lot of talent, and he even wrote the theme, The Geezer Shuffle, and that's actually on my website. And it's really, the Geezer Shuffle, it sounds just like these geezers.
Well, I can't wait to hear that.
A friend of mine recently got burgled. And the police they still haven't found the burglar.
Oh, dear.
And she emailed me and she said, "I need the geezer squad."
That's great.
Well, Lauren, this has been a true delight. I am so thrilled to finally get to talk to you and get to hear the stories behind the Chris Matheson and the Geezer Squad. And please keep in touch with us, and we will definitely keep in touch with you. And we're going to put all this on our website so people can find you and find your books. And once again, thank you so much.
Oh, well, thank you for inviting me.
And good luck with your writing.
And give Sterling a pet for us.
Definitely.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll do that. Okay.
All right, you take care.
Thank you.
Okay, you too.
All right, bye-bye. I really enjoyed that interview. Lauren was a delight.
Yes, she was. And we thank her again for taking the time to talk to two people who don't know what they're doing. I liked this book very much, and it wasn't just because we were talking to the author. It had action, romance, suspense. It was a delight to read. And the underlying message of the whole thing was deep love and respect for your family. I thought that came through in the whole storyline of the book.
I also enjoyed this book. It was action-packed from the moment you opened the first page. It just was like a roller coaster ride. I really enjoyed the Geezer Squad and Sterling. I just couldn't get enough of any of the people in this book. Even the bad guys were so dimensional that you just loved to hate them.
Yes, Ms. Carr did a fantastic job of describing her characters. You could picture them like we talked about casting a movie. You had a picture in your mind while you were reading this book. It was just very well done. The way she described them, they were all believable characters, except possibly some of Sterling's antics were a little bit past
a little over the
norm.
top, but they were still an interesting read, and it made me chuckle because I used to have a golden retriever, and I just kept picturing him doing some of the things that Sterling did. But as you heard in the interview, she did her research. None of the things she had this dog do were nothing that they couldn't possibly do.
Except possibly playing blackjack. I think that goes a little bit farther than most dogs could do.
Creative license.
If they